The F-150 Tremor is for dorks. Cool guys by rebels. I'll include a link to the Doug Smith Rams website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get right into it. Under the hood, we have a 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic. Fuel economy is 18 around town, 24 on the highway, which is better than the F-150 Tremor, no matter what engine you get. Power outputs with this, 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque. I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I'd really appreciate it if you'd help out with that. They've got a new badge on the hood, 1500 Hurricane with the venting, and always a cool look on the Rebel. Sharp headlight design that they released for the 25 model year, and then the grill is all blacked out with the Ram logo, and then you notice the bumper is also blacked out. It's got fog lights and recovery points. Altogether, it gives the Rebel a more aggressive appearance compared to a regular Ram. Tire and wheel setup is 275 by 70 by 18. The wheels are completely blacked out, and you've got pretty darn aggressive tires, and these are 33-inch tall tires at that. The Rebel also comes with Bilstein shocks, which are both off-road capable and durable. Blacked out fender flares, two-tone paint job as well. And as you can see, the Ram is coil sprung. With those larger 33-inch tall tires, the side profile looks quite a bit more meaty. When it comes to key fob features, Ram logos on the back. We've got our lock and unlock on the front, remote start, tailgate drop down as well. This truck does come equipped with LED bed lights, but other than that, it's a naked bed. Why are you doing that, Ram? Just make bed liner standard. And I think this is just the regular tailgate where you gotta, raise it. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's got a little bit of, that's nice. Anyways, you gotta raise yourself. Got the new style of tail lights, parking sensors here on the blacked out rear bumper, and then we also have the blacked out exhaust tips. That will cap things off for the exterior of this Rebel. Let's check out the interior. Got the two-tone appearance with the red and the black. You also have the white stitching mixed in with the red stitching. And I hope you like that two-tone appearance because it continues on the seats. You've got the mesh there in the center of the seat. Buckets on either side, and then we've got a 60-40 split with the seats, flat loading floor too. Great legroom here in the back. We also have a little storage pocket. Cup holders here in the rear, vents on top of that. Headroom here in the back is also good. Let's now check out the front. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, and then down below the mirrors do power fold in. Front two windows are automatic. And the front door panel has that same two-tone coloration. 1515 for the payload capacity with this truck. Got the front seats with the Rebel logo, more of that cloth mesh. The passenger seat's manual, but the driver's seat here is power with lumbar. The pedals are also power adjustable, and you've got automatic headlights. And let's start her up. Nice soft touch trim all around the steering wheel, perforated on either side. Adaptive cruise control here on the right side with the gear limiter just below that. Radio controls are on the back of the steering wheel, by the way. And then on the right-hand side, you've got controls for the center stack. Your drive mode select, it's not really visible in this clip, but it's just below that. Full digital gauge cluster, and I do like the overall theme, kind of like the design. And yeah, you can change the information that's displayed. Very customizable, and that's the nice thing about full digital. Backup camera in reverse, and pretty darn good resolution with the system. Now the infotainment system itself is pretty darn big. This is Ram's smaller screen now. It's got climate controls on either side that are analog. It also has analog radio controls. At the bottom you've got physical buttons for your parking sensors, stability, and then your trailer brake controls. Shortcut bar at the bottom of the screen, and you notice the climate tab's up right now, so you can also control the climate controls in the screen. But we do have heated seats and heated steering wheel, no ventilated seats. But overall responsive at the screen. It's not like the fastest on the planet, but it works. Good old-fashioned dial shifter with a part-time four-wheel drive system, but it does have four-wheel auto, so everything you need from that perspective. You also have a rear locking differential and an off-road cruise control system. Auto stop start, you can turn that off if you want. Got some USB ports, phone charging pad, and outlet at the bottom. Yeah, this slides backwards and forwards, which adds to the utility. And yeah, there's a ton of storage space in here, so more utility with that. Like the Rebel on the glove box. And by the way, nice trim on the dash. Good on that. And then the rear window is power slide with the opening operation. 2026 Rebel, 67,130. Let's see how this performs. Truck's sitting here for a minute while on with the AC, and I know the thermostat's not inside the truck, but it indicates 108 degrees. I don't think it's actually that hot. We'll see if it goes down while driving, but this just shows you sometimes on these dealer lots, it does get, like in between the cars, it does get pretty toasty. But the weird thing is, well, not the weird thing, my body's adjusted over the years, and so it doesn't faze me. And the reason why I always find it kind of funny is, like, I'll be talking to someone on dealer lot and they'll be like, I gotta go inside bed. I feel like I'm gonna die. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's fine out here. When it comes to the truck, well, I'm gonna have to sit here and wait at this light for a minute. But I will say, while I'm waiting at the light, the seats are comfortable, so it's not an uncomfortable wait. Well, we can finally move. Feel the torque of the Hurricane. And this is such a nice truck. It's quiet too. Ram kind of focused more so on insulation compared to Ford and Chevy earlier on. And that's one of the biggest things that just makes the Rams feel more luxurious. Obviously, being coil spring in the back helps out quite a bit with the ride quality, but just having thicker glass, more material in the door panel and everything, the truck's a little bit heavier, but it's quieter. It's more comfortable. And that is a huge plus on the side of the Ram. If you guys have bought one of the new Stellantis products with these new steering wheels, they've got the synthetic trim. Let me know if you guys like it so far. I think it's probably going to age pretty well because Toyota's used a similar trim for years on their cars, and it seems like it holds up well. And it's not real leather, obviously, but other than having a weird kind of finish on it, doesn't bother me at all. I wonder if they're doing that on the perforated trim too now. It's hard to tell. I don't think so though, but it's hard to tell. Now the Hurricane, yeah buddy, lightweight. It's got power. It's so much smoother than the EcoBoost, so much smoother. All of this powertrain has to do is just prove that it's reliable, and if it is, I've talked to a lot of people and everyone said if this is as reliable or more reliable than Ford's EcoBoost, I don't want Ford's EcoBoost because it's just a better engine. It's more fuel efficient, it's smoother, the power delivery, everything's just better. Everything's just better. And it feels like it's got way more power, even though on paper this has barely more horsepower than the Ford and it has less torque actually, but it feels more powerful. And I think that just goes to show you that V6s with turbos, lame. Lame. Yeah, it's so nice on the highway. Just, you have a solid axle in the back still, so you're gonna have some bumping in the back, but it stays way more planted compared to, again, an F-150 or a Silverado. It is, in fact, over 100 degrees outside. We're, at this point, I mean, it's gone down to 106, but we've been driving for long enough for, like, the thermostat to adjust. And to all the people in Arizona, they're going to say that, or Las Vegas, say this isn't that bad. Elevation, folks. This is getting close to 5,000 feet above sea level, so it's just a lot more exposure. I am speed. Look at those gear shifts, just boom, clicking them off. What a cool truck. What a cool truck. In conclusion, very comfortable, quiet, great power. You do get a little bit more tire noise with the Rebel compared to like a Bighorn or a Laramie, for example. All-terrain tires are always going to be more noisy. But these tires are very durable, so you don't have to replace them all that often, which is nice. And they're pretty darn capable off-road. So as a whole package, I mean, this is great. I prefer this to the Tremor, just based on the fact that it feels like a more special truck. I mean, the Tremor has some fun stuff with the gold accent and everything, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel as cool as the Rebel. And the Rebel came first. You got to remember that. Ram came out the Rebel, and it was so successful that Ford was like, we gotta do something, and then they come out with the Tremor. So you always remember that the Rebel was first. Let me know your thoughts on the Rebel here, and hopefully we get a 5.7 Hemi review coming soon with these new Rams.